Welcome to A White Woman in Distress. I'm Amber, your host, and this is a special mini-series dedicated to unknown persons. Over time, remains have been found, or bodies of those who are remembered only as Jane or John Does. These nameless victims, the unidentified souls who left behind stories that have yet to be told. In each episode, we'll explore the details of their disappearances, any mysteries surrounding their deaths, and the efforts to uncover their identities. Though they may be forgotten by many, we are here to shine a light on their cases. If you recognize any of the photos or details, please reach out to the local FBI, NamUs, or your local authorities. This content may include sexual assault, murder, violence. Listener discretion is advised. Please hang out, tag along, and let's get started. Today, we're diving into a case from 1956 that may seem simple at first glance, but it holds a weight of lingering mystery. A man, believed to be named Earl, met a tragic end when he was struck by a vehicle on a highway in Gorman, California. Despite being identified by a possible first name, no one has ever come forward to claim him, and his true identity remains unknown. On January 26, 1956, on the US 99 highway in Gorman, Los Angeles County, California, the man, estimated to be between 30 and 35 years old, was spotted trying to borrow a jack from a passing vehicle. Moments later, as he attempted to cross the highway, tragedy struck. He was hit by a vehicle traveling northbound. Though he was quickly rushed by ambulance to Newhall Hospital, it was too late. He was pronounced dead from the traumatic injuries caused by the collision. His life, tragically cut short, left behind more questions than answers. Despite his death being documented, the man's identity has remained a mystery for nearly 70 years. Investigators believed that his first name might have been Earl, based on the information gathered at the time. There were some indications that Earl may have been living in a motel located at the 27th and Long Beach in Los Angeles. However, no definitive records have been found to confirm this identity, leaving only this possible clue. Standing at 5'7" and weighing 150, he had black hair and brown eyes. His distinguishing features beyond his potential name, however, remain unknown. There were no personal items or clothing found that offered any additional insight into who this man really was or where he had come from. In the hours and days following Earl's tragic death, attempts were made to uncover more about who he was. Unfortunately, details like his dental records, fingerprints, or even his DNA, which could have potentially helped in identifying him, were either unavailable or never collected at the time. Investigators faced a dead end with very little to go on. Why was he traveling or passing through Gorman? Did he have a family waiting for him somewhere? Why was he trying to borrow a jack on the highway, and where had he been headed? And where was he going? And I want to know, is he broken down? Did they not run the VIN numbers? Do they not have VIN numbers? I feel like there's a lot of other questions as well, but I don't know it seems like they totally missed a section of collecting evidence. They didn't collect his DNA. It was unavailable or never collected, which seems really odd to me because I feel like they could have just collected his DNA or something, but they didn't. The lack of identification, along with the absence of personal belongings, made it nearly impossible for authorities to follow any leads. Despite the fact that this man's death was suspicious in nature, the mystery of his life and how he came to be on the highway that day still remains unsolved. Earl's case is one of those sad, forgotten stories. It's a reminder that even in cases of accidental death, people can slip through the cracks and be lost to time without anyone ever knowing their full story. Without further leads or someone coming forward to claim him, Earl remains an unidentified man, a victim of both a tragic accident and the erosion of his identity over time. We are left with the lingering mystery. Who was Earl, and why has nobody ever come forward to claim him? Was he a man with no other friends, no close ties, no family, or did someone out there simply lose track of him all those years ago? Even though this case is decades old, we're never too late to bring closure to a mystery like this. The County of Los Angeles Department of Medical Examiner-Coroner is still open to receiving any information that could help finally identify this man known as Earl. If you have any details that could shed light on this case, no matter how small, please contact the coroner's office at 323-343-0512. His case number is 1956-10938. Thank you for joining me for another episode of A White Woman in Distress. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. I'm on TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, and Facebook. Let's work together to ensure that Earl and others like him are not forgotten. Until next time, stay safe and vigilant, and remember, if you see something, say something and do something.